All right, so we've now installed WordPress, and this is our domain now. So this is the default theme that comes with WordPress in 2017. Every year they probably have a different default theme. So you may when you first install WordPress, it might have the default, like the WordPress 2015, 16, and 17 theme available to choose. And maybe by the time you're listening to this, you could see like a 2018 theme. So this is the 2017 theme. It's this huge picture of this living room with a big plant. And if I just scroll up, you could kind of see this is the tagline and site title that we entered when we installed. And then down here you have like posts, recent posts, archive. There's no activity right now, so this is just different widgets that we will customize later on, but that's this is just what comes with the WordPress login. So whatever you see down here, we'll kind of update that, so don't worry about that right now. But if you want to get into the actual dashboard or like the administrative panel that we could actually like update WordPress, this is how you do it. So at the end of your domain name, you're just going to hit /wp-admin. And that's it. So WP-admin, and it takes you to this screen here. So here you're just going to log into your WordPress site, and then you'll get into the back end or the dashboard. So I'm going to log in right now, and then we'll take a look at WordPress. All right, so now I've logged in, and this is what's called the dashboard. So this is something you'll probably get very familiar with as you are working more and more with WordPress, but this is where basically you customize the WordPress website. So everything is done pretty much here in this dashboard. So let me just walk you through real quick. So there's the dashboard. This is where you look for WordPress updates. This is where you make new posts or edit posts. And a post meaning like if you had a blog, every time you put a blog post, that would be a post. Media, this would be like if you put pictures and things like that, you'd have a library of all that. Links, pages is where you create a separate page. So if you think about like a website has a menu across the top and it's like home page, about page, contact page, all that stuff, those are pages, and we're going to create a few of those in a few minutes. Comments, when people start commenting on a blog, they would show up there. Appearance, now appearance is where we're going to change the look of our blog, because right now our blog is kind of, I mean, it's not a bad looking theme, but for what I want to do is like sell a product, that big gigantic picture is not really working for me. So we're going to change some of the things in the appearance section. Now plugins are, like I said, you don't really have to code anything if you want to work with WordPress. And almost anything you need, like if you think of something like, hey, I want to get a contact form, so what you'll do is you'll find a plugin. It's a bit of code that people wrote for that for like say creating a contact form, and you would install that, you'd download it, install it into your WordPress install right here, and then you have the ability to use that contact form sheet. There's like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of plugins, and we're going to use all free plugins and free themes, but you can actually pay for like professional plugins and professional themes. So I mean, the sky is the limit when it comes to these things, and you don't really have to worry about it though, because people already did the work and they let you use it for free. So it's excellent. It's a great community. Users, if you had multiple users, like say I am the administrator of this WordPress site, I may have people that just do writing or something for me, so they may have a lower level than me. Like they can't administer the account, they can't add accounts and delete accounts, but they could log in and do certain things, and they could just have a user or someone like that. So there's different levels of users, tools, and settings. We'll get into those in a few minutes. But the first thing I want to do is I want to add a couple of pages, right? Because right now there's not much going on with the website, and the way I want to see the website is all you do is you click up here and you'd visit the site. But I want to keep the dashboard open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, open in a new tab. So right here I have the site open, and the next tab over is my dashboard. Now right now there's not much going on. If I kind of scroll up, you see there's no pages. It's just really like this one post. So let's change that right now. So let's go into pages, and see I can say all pages, and now you see there's no pages found. So what I want to do here is I want to add a few pages. So the way to do that is you click on add page or add new, and now we're going to make, we'll just do one, say called home, and now I'm going to click publish, and that's one page. So now if I go back to my pages, you'll see there's a home page. So let's add a new page, add new, and we'll just have, you know, like an about page, like an about us or something like that, and click publish. And let's add new, and let's add, say, a contact page. So if somebody wants to contact us, and you know what, maybe you'd want to have like a blog page, so let's have one called blog or something like that. So if I go back to add new, and I mean, you could always change the names of these things, but blog, or, you know, like whatever, videos or whatever you want to have in there, like blog posts and things like that, like more of an educational tab. So we'll just call it blog for now. Publish. So now I've created 4 pages. Let me just make sure I hit update. And now, so if I click on the pages, you see there's these 4 pages. Now what I want to do is add these pages to a menu, right? Because I want to add them to a menu so that we could see them on the website. So to see where the menu is, you just go into the Appearance tab and come down to Menus. And now what will happen is you'll see like there's these pages over here on the left, but I have no menu. So let's just make a main menu. So if you want to come in here and type in menu name, we'll just call it like main menu, whatever you want to call it, and create the menu. So now we have a menu. Now add menu items from the column on the left. So here I want to have a home tab. We could have, you know, like a blog, contact us, and that. Let's add them all. And I want to like kind of shape, I want to shift these around a little. So I want the home on top. So I'm going to drag and drop. And that looked pretty good. You know, if you have multiple products, you'd probably want like a product page. But for now, this is pretty good. You can say automatically add new top level pages to this. So if you want to, like, every time you add a page, you want it to add to the menu, you could say, yep. And this is display at the top. And that's fine. So we'll save. So after creating this menu structure, if I go back into my website and refresh, I should see those menu items. So let's refresh that and go back in. And now if you look, here we have it. So we have, you notice that picture shrunk down a lot because now we have this menu here. And now this is like the home tab. There's not really going on in this tab, but this is the home, like this is the home page right now. And then underneath here we have this widget that shows a calendar. So don't get hung up on the calendar right now because we're going to change that up a little bit. And there's plenty of widgets we could do, and we'll get into that a little later. But for now, let's just, this is the page, like the home page. If I click on the blog page, same thing, nothing really going on, but this is the blog page. Contact us. This is like a contact page, and then about us. And you could add as many pages as you want. I just added a few normal pages that people probably expect to see. I mean, you might have, you know, if it's, especially if it's something, you know, with that you need terms and conditions, you might want to put that kind of a page, some kind of legal notice or something like that. For us, you know, this is just going to work for now. We can always update it later. So in the next video, we're going to look at changing this whole look of this WordPress site. And we're going to use something called the theme. We're going to change the theme. And the theme, I mean, there's probably millions of themes available. A lot of them are free and a lot of them are premium. So we're going to use a really good free theme that I found that really is very flexible. A theme is something like that's kind of like your personal preference, but let me just show you the one I found. And then, of course, you could choose any theme you want. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next video.